magnificent.
Brilliant inning.
That's gone a long way. That is an incredible performance.
Hello everybody and thanks for joining us. This is going to be day one of a fascinating test series. 4 test matches in this series, and the first one obviously coming to you from Durban. We've had some overcast weather this morning. That's why we've got a delayed start. The other bit of news, in case you're just joining us right now, is that South Africa have won the toss and they've elected to bowl in conditions that will provide a little bit of assistance. They have, however, included a spinner. So they have a seam attack of Dale Steyn, the star. He's back, Morné Morkel, and also Kyle Abbott. Graham Smith, good morning.
Yeah, morning everybody. Super excited to be here. South Africa opening the batting, never easy. It's the hard new ball, and here we go.
Dale Steyn, he's back. And as we expect from Dale Steyn, it'll just be trying to get that radar right initially. He won't be really slipping himself right at the start of the test, unless he's going to be operating under different instructions today, but that's been the norm for him when you were captain, Graham.
Yeah, I think you can see a lot from Dale's run-up really in the way that he's going to operate. I think he'll probably be a little bit nervous, hasn't played for a period of time, even though he's got 400 wickets behind him. He's only had the Nets preparation into this game, so South Africa will be hoping he gets going.
There's an edge, and there's the first wicket. Steyn is back. Dale Steyn is back and he is delighted. What an inspiration he is to South Africa.
Yeah, the first one that Alistair Cook has had a nibble at. His judgment around off stump very good until this point. And Dale Steyn just probing away outside off stump. A little bit of cut and movement, and Cook will feel he could have left it alone. He's playing a little bit away from his body. And a safe catch by Elgar at second slip. It's a big blow because Cook would be one of the 2 world-class players that England will be relying on in this game, but he's gone for none.
Well, it couldn't have been a better start for South Africa. Alistair Cook is the only man who has batted in test matches in this country in the England batting lineup. He's now back in the hut very quickly indeed, and Nick Compton is trying to resurrect a test career. Durban boy, average of 32, 10 test matches, and he's in there nice and early. So a terrific start from South Africa, exactly what they wanted after winning the toss. On strike now. Steyn is charging out. And it's an absolute beauty first up from Steyn. And a bit of a stare as well. An outstanding over. That's 3 gone. A big breakthrough from Steyn. South Africa got there first. And there's 3 runs on the board. 2-3 now. Oh, it's a beauty.
Yeah, Mike, yeah, good point there. I'm sorry, I'm 2 Markies next to me here. Mikey Hazeman. I think in Durban you used to always come here, and as a batting unit you always used to talk about that first 20 balls that you had to face because of that slower, steeper bounce, and you'll want to feel ball on bat. You don't get caught at 45 degrees. It's cut well and it's play nice and straight off the back foot, but you kind of just can search for the ball a little bit. And the other thing was in the slips, the ball tends to die on you here. You know, you get the edge and it just seems to die at you, so get yourself close enough to take the catch.
Driving on the up, it's a beautiful shot. That is nicely played by Hales. Certainly wasn't a half volley by any means. Been a lot of rain over the last little while. That's why that outfield's going to be a little bit sluggish. Bit of a stumble there from Hashim Amla as well.
Yeah, I think Hales has probably made the promise to himself to try and stay faithful to his game, really, which generally likes to put bat to ball. He's an aggressive style opening batsman, and he's probably said to himself, well, if I'm going to get this opportunity, and he's had to wait a fair while for his opportunity, then stay true to his instincts and true to the way that he plays the game.
Another one. Steyn has struck again. He is on fire. He is relishing the opportunity to get back into cricket for South Africa. He's excited, he's pumped up, and he's doing some serious damage.
It's just a couple of balls back, and it's a booming drive from Alex Hales. Probably would be better off having left this alone, just allowed to get himself back in. But Dale Steyn, he's back into this test team, and he's back to having an impact at this international level. Just outside that off stump, drifts away a touch, thick edge, and an easy catch that for AB de Villiers. Dale Steyn, he's pumped.
Well, both the captain and his opening partner are back in the pavilion. It's not the start that England would have been hoping for.
And now this is the ideal situation, the ideal opportunity for Joe Root, the young Joe Root, who's a fine player. Ideal situation for South Africa to have Joe Root at the crease. Up against Dale Steyn. What a little clash this is. Steyn to Root. Oh, he's trapped on the crease, but he's got that away down to the vacant third man region for a boundary. Steyn won't be too concerned about that.
He's dealt with the soft hands, didn't push too hard at it, just opens the bat face. No real danger. People were worried about Dale Steyn and the impact he could have coming back into the international arena. Well, he's been superb.
Oh, that's a beauty. They've appealed behind. They've gone up in a big way. Morne Morkel has joined that appeal. It wasn't A.B. de Villiers initially who went up instinctively. It was more the second and third slip. They're having a bit of a look and a chat. Morkel and A.B. de Villiers and also Hashim Amla now. They are on the clock to send it upstairs. I dare say they're taking a little bit of time.
Yeah, both the guys straight down the line. The bowler and the keeper weren't really interested. It was the second and the third slip who heard something.
Well, it's too late. It's too late. They talked far too long, and in fact, Rod Tucker was walking down, shaking his head, saying it's too late, and then Hashim turned to the square leg umpire to send upstairs, and of course he wasn't allowed to. So this is interesting. Nothing from A.B. de Villiers. I think umpire Holding is right. He's cracked that away. That's nicely played.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot from Compton. It's the first real one he's had the opportunity to go hard at. Short and wide from Dale Steyn, and he's executed that shot superbly.
Tries of catch, and they've gone up the South Africans. The man that matters, Alim Dar, hasn't.
Yeah, not a convincing appeal. Inside edge, not really in play. The ball nips back, hits him on the thigh pad. Loops up to Bavuma.
Ooh, that's 4. Give him the treatment. Oh, it's not 4, it's 6. What a shot.
That was brilliant. Into position so quickly, Joe Root. Pitch is just starting to settle. The ball's getting a little bit softer. Played that pull shot to perfection.
Oh, well bowled. Good comeback.
So the next ball might be a similar, more effort in it. It might have had something to do with that. Joe just hanging back a little bit. Definitely played with it.
Good spin. Oh, he's given it! Root can't believe it. Ball that pitches and spins back, and he's gone.
What a start for Dame Pitt. That delivery turn, they can have a look.
It's just got to be touching the stumps. That will do. There's no edge. Definitely no edge. Oh, he's gone. Golden wicket for South Africa.
Informed player, he goes for 24. It's 49 for 3.
James Taylor enters 4th Test match. Oh, shot. That is a beauty of a shot for 4.
Yeah, a real confidence builder for Taylor. Just need to get a shot away early on in your innings just to settle you down. He will have been nervous as well. We talked about the nerves of Hales as the debutant, but Taylor's not an experienced Test match cricketer, and he'll have those as well.
Lovely shot. We'll get 4 this time. Amla in pursuit. Ball wins.
Beautifully played, James Taylor. Good weight transfer through the stroke. Played that cover drive to perfection.
Yeah, just a little bit too middle and leg. Taylor onto it straight away and hits it hard and with good control.
That's quality. The power sweep followed by the cut shot. That delivery was slightly short.
Yeah, an overreaction, wasn't it, to the ball before by the bowler. Bowled it too straight and got swept away. Just trying to fire this one up outside that off stump, but just a little too short.
Stand their foot movements, the different bowler.
Driving down the ground, that's nicely played. Beautifully controlled by Taylor. Umler is the chaser. They're going to settle for a couple. And he brings up a 50. So it's really good work from James Taylor. Came to the crease at a situation where it was very interesting for England, where they needed some consolidation. And Compton and Taylor have now provided that. It's a good stand. It's his second career 50. Taylor's played very well. 93 balls he's faced for his 50. 8 fours in his second Test 50. From the moment he arrived, he got nice and busy. That was the nice thing about James Taylor today. When the spin was introduced, he was keen to use his feet and get down the track as best he possibly could. Employed that sweep very successfully as well. Anything that was short and wide from the spin, he was able to put away through the cover. So it's been a really good knock. Controlled, busy knock from James Taylor.
Just a half appeal really from behind the stumps. Steyn not convinced.
May have been some sort of noise. Good delivery. Flashes past the outside edge. Hits his pad with the bat. Inside edge of the bat hits the pad. There.
Absolutely perfect from Compton today. And this might be a 50. A deserved 50 for Nick Compton. All the hard work this morning. Yeah, little clench of the fists. It means a lot to him. All that hard work this morning paying dividend now. But Compton, he plays in his own way, stands very still and statuesque at the crease, over on off stump. He's unfurled a couple of beautiful drives today. That was probably the best of them off Abbott earlier in the day, and just the occasional back cut as well. It's been a bit of a grind, but one that England needed.
Drilled away into the leg side. How far has this gone? All the way, 6.
Poor delivery. James Taylor's been good all day. Got into position quickly. Jumped all over the short delivery from Dean Elgar.
Oh, it's well bowled and gone. Stains the man. Taylor turns away.
James Taylor has to go, just a little edge, but he's played really well. Valuable innings for his team. Little disappointed that when he sits back and thinks about it, that 70 is probably worth 150 anywhere else. 171 for 4.
So Ben Stokes. He's given that the treatment. Full toss, nice one, thank you.
That'll make him feel good as well. No holding back there.
Prize of catcher, it's top edge, should be taken, is taken. Morne Morkel around the wicket to the left-handed Stokes. That's his motor operation that he likes. And he's picked up a wicket inside the first half hour on day 2.
Well, he's been very positive, and that's been his downfall, Ben Stokes. From around the wicket, Morkel, he's not really short. Stokes fancies this into the leg side, and he gets the top edge. And Morne Morkel does for Ben Stokes. It's just short of a length. He fancies it leg side. Easy catch for Duminy in the end. Stokes has gone for 21. 196 for 5.
5 down. Bairstow arrives. Moeen Ali is the next to come in as well. Still some batting to come for England. 21 games, average of 26. He's a better player than that. Best of 95. The South Africans will remember that at Lords back in 2012. Does the keeping duties as well, does Johnny Bairstow. Well, they don't mind bowling with an older delivery, that's an older ball that is just going a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what the call is from here. From Umler. 196 for 5. trailing in just a little bit. That one from Morne Morkel, so it wouldn't surprise me with the lack of bounce and the reverse happening, that they keep Morne Morkel in particular in and maybe just hold Dale Steyn back in case they do decide to take that that new ball. And also that last one was a successful over for Morne Morkel.
Well, there's a huge appeal. And he's walking off, giving himself out.
Exactly what we've been asking for. Big difference in the spells so far from Morne Morkel, working into the breeze. 2 bumpers in this over. And one has worked. Compton, who's hung around and played beautifully, gets a bottom edge through to de Villiers.
Yeah, good knock from Compton. Spend a lot of time at the crease, which is so important. He'll be disappointed didn't quite make it to 3 figures, but a good knock. Goes for 85.
Dangerous player at number 8. There's a lot of people in the UK will be thinking Ali should be higher in the order. Should he open? Should he be in the top 5? He's dangerous at 8. You can be aggressive also against Moeen Ali. Excellent work from Morne Morkel. 247 for 6.
Well, he got the wicket with a short ball, but again, you would not say this is the best short ball ever bowled. It's outside the off stump, which made things a little bit difficult for Nick Compton. Got a bottom edge, so he perhaps thought the ball would have bounced a bit higher than it actually did. But at least there was some intent, and that's what you have got to do. We saw the pitch map with this new ball. That's the second ball that was anything close to being a short ball.
Morkel on a charge here. Great response.
I was just thinking Morne Morkel looks to have found his rhythm. Mixed it up beautifully. Checking for the no ball.
Well, he gets close. South Africa celebrate. Oh, he's just okay.
I know, having been there, Morne would have had his heart in his mouth. He knows he's always close. It's a beautiful bit of bowling. Very good bouncer, a ball or two before Mikey, and followed up with a beautiful area to the left-hander. Uncertain line for a left-hander covering that off stump. You really have to be strong. Found the edge, and Moeen-Ali's gone for 0.
Chris Waltz is the new batsman. This has been a great response very lately from South Africa, particularly from Morkel. 253 for 7, England.
Yeah, as Bairstow and Compton were moving along, you started to feel that England might have been just gaining a slight edge, building that partnership, getting themselves with a lengthy batting lineup into a decent position. Morkel's bowled a really good spell into the breeze here and got South Africa back in the game, and maybe even slightly noses ahead at this point.
Well, I'd say so. England would have been looking for 350. They've got work to do here. Huge appeal, gone!
Morne Morkel pumped up. Nice, full and straight. Looked out to me from up here. Is he going to refer it? And he does.
Only got to be clipping. We'll have a look at that front foot again. It looks as if he's now got 4 for 60. Check that front foot. Get back, Morne. He's okay. Oh, he's absolutely fine. Big levers. Gets the ball at full length into the breeze. Breeze has helped him. Might be a desperate review, this, from England. He's not hit it. He's certainly not hitting. He's got to be clipping leg stump.
Don't think it's going over the top either.
That's that, either hitting that leg stump hard or it's going to be umpire's call, yeah, I reckon, Bumble.
Ultra Edge will tell us that there's no nick there. Is it clipping leg stump? It's got to be clipping. Has to be. Oh, it's just a nick. Just a feather, just a quarter paint. Waltz has gone.
That's all you need to knock the bail off, Bumble, just a tick. South African team will be happy. Morné Morkel stepping up here for them. It's been wonderful to watch his last 12 to 18 deliveries. High-class fast bowling. Long, tall, skinny giant for the South African team. Showing a bit of mettle here.
Wickets tumbling. England supposedly with a long batting line-up, and they're being blown away by Morkel.
Yeah, very good bowling by Morné Morkel. Has used a short ball, but the right way, Smithy, sparingly.
Yeah, but there's just been a real change of intent from him. Noticeable difference between him and the other two South African seamers here today. He's working into this breeze also, Mike. It's taking effort. Morné Morkel on a hat-trick. We see a leg gully into Stuart Broad. A short leg, a wide mid-on. 2 slips and a gully. Stuart Broad definitely is going to be considering Morné Morkel's short ball.
Oh! So close. England 8 down, Broad in at 10, only Finn to come. Full length, just outside off stump, he has a little feel.
Good delivery. With the field of placing, and of course we know all the problems that Stuart Broad has had over the years with short balls. He must have been thinking in the short ball. Morné Morkel didn't produce a short ball, produced an excellent delivery just about off stump.
Was coming. Good morning to Stuart Broad. 2:53 for 8.
Out. They got Bairstow. Abbott with his first one.
Abbott's been out of the attack for a period of time, and he's back into the mix with the new ball in his hand. It's just 10 overs old, and he's making it pay. Good catch by Dean Elgar, diving to his right, and that's the important wicket. Bairstow, he was looking set on 41. Had a good innings of just 56 deliveries. The 9th wicket goes down, decent length, he goes hard at it, does Bairstow. Good catch moving to his right by Elgar. So Bairstow, he has to go from 41. England 267 for 9. Yeah, it's your point, Savella. I think he tried to pierce the field. He was really trying to smudge it away to the boundary with some intense pace that he could pick up a boundary. Next man to the crease, Stephen Finn. 56, best against New Zealand. You were there, Beefy. What was that all about?
Oh, Finney practices batting more than he does his bowling. He loves batting. I have to say he's a lot better than he was, but it wouldn't be hard. Good catch. The right foot. He's worked at it very hard. You can't blame Bairstow though for this. He's left with the dead men walking, and it's down there, it's out there. He's going to go at it. He went at it hard. I thought he played well. Wickets were going down around him. Kept his head. He eventually went for 41 from 56 deliveries. So he's done a good job.
Yeah, I think the reason he went hard is, as we were saying, he was trying to pick up boundaries. If he had been batting with someone else and the field was in, he would have probably just looked to hit through the line and place it nicely.
Or just left it.
Yeah. Shot. Yeah, good shot this from Finn. Presents his bat nice and straight. Foolish delivery.
No, he'll be talking about this one for a while. But he does, he works really hard on his batting, so good luck to him. Nothing much wrong with that.
Just dragged from outside the off stump, knocked it down past mid-on, and he'll be watching the highlights package tonight just to make sure that he got into it.
sometimes the worst thing that a number 11 can do is play a really good shot, because he starts to feel as though he can bat a bit. Next shot, trying to work one off his hips there.
Was it outside the line though? Dane Pete's pretty excited. Shot was played, and it has been sent upstairs. So that's going to be the question. Was it hitting outside the line with a shot played? Might as well have a go.
Yeah, not dissimilar to the Joe Root dismissal yesterday, getting caught a little bit on the crease, on the back foot.
Yeah, spun back sharply, but not enough. Can just about see the outline of the stumps there behind Stephen Finn. Struck him well wide of off stump. Eventually it gets to the wickets because he's spinning that much, but it's where it struck him. And of course, as Mike Hazelman said earlier on, much earlier on, seemed like 20 minutes ago, he did offer a stroke.
Stein charging in. That's not a bad shout. That might break the stand. It does. So there we go. Stein has picked up another wicket. He picked up the first two yesterday, came back and picked up the third, and now he's picked up the final.
Well, that's funny. I mean, I think Stephen Finn knows he's dead here, but he's the last man, and Broad said to him, well, come on, we might as well review. He didn't look keen to review. I think he knows this is absolutely stone dead. It looked straight. It certainly wasn't bouncing over the top. Finn was half forward, but given he's the last man, he's asked for a review. It's fine on the front line. I'm certain this will be pretty good at the moment of impact as well.
Umpire's call is going to be against him. The South African players off camera are halfway to their change room. First replay is to have a look to make sure there's no connection with the willow. There isn't on Ultra Edge. Yeah, I think he's going to be finished. That's my call. As the bail is dislodged.
Trimming the bail. It didn't look like that, did it, at normal speed. Slowness of the pitch and the lack of bounds, you'd be surprised if that would have gone over the top. So the end of Finn, England have scraped to 300, 303. Not a bad effort from 49 for 3, but a little bit disappointing this morning. Good morning for South Africa, led by Morne Morkel.
Yeah, afternoon. Hope everyone had a good lunch. To be honest with you, Mikey, I always like the runs on the board, and once you get to 300, it always is that slight little advantage. England will want to strike with a new ball. Every wicket they take, that 300 will seem further and further away for South Africa. Opening partnership for South Africa has struggled of late, and they'll be hoping that they can lay a platform for the rest of their batters to come.
There's Dean Ilgore's record as we look, Michael Atherton.
Well, it's an important moment in the game and the series, really, this rather inexperienced, vulnerable South African opening partnership. England feel that way anyway, and there'll be new ball bowlers be trying to get at them, and these opening batsmen with something to prove.
Something different straight away. Stuart Broad around the wicket to Van Zyl. It's not easy, Graham, when you're going out there in a situation like this and you've got no runs under your belt whatsoever.
Yeah, it's never easy, and Stephen Van Zyl, in the infancy of his international career and not a recognised opening batter also. He's a guy that's made his trade in the middle order. More of a stroke player, a very stiff front knee, hands through the ball a lot of the time, and often as an opening batsman you really have to let the ball come to you, leave well, fight for your first sort of 10, 20 runs, unless you get given a couple of freebies, but generally you have to work hard for your runs up front until you get in.
Operating with 3 slips in the gully. They're all fairly close in that slips court, and a short leg. Bowled him. Stuart Broad has got the first one. Look at the celebration from the England players. It's a leave, it's a lack of confidence. And they've struck early, have England.
And it's clearly a plan. Broad round the wicket straight away to Van Zyl. Didn't even give him a sighter or two from over the wicket, so coming round that angle back into the left-hander, and a bad misjudgment.
Yeah, misjudgment at that. Batting on middle stump, not covering that off-stump line, exposing that off-stump, and the ball hammers into that off-stump, and Stean van Zyl gone for naught. South Africa 0 for 1.
So here comes South Africa's skipper. No rest for him in that change room after the lunch break. Another one who's struggled for runs. There's a look at his outstanding Test career. It's not the greatest ground for him, though. I think we're all aware of that fact in Test cricket. Averages just a shade under 20 in Test matches in Durban. Those numbers are extraordinary. Average of 50.65, 28 50s, 23 hundreds. I think we all remember that 311 unfinished against England. Averaged 120 actually against England in that series. And he was absolutely magnificent. He's got some work to do. He's got to look to steady this ship. Not so long ago it was Faf du Plessis who occupied the number 3 position and Ashamamla at number 4.
Yeah, and a big time for South African captain. Needs to lay a marker down in this series for himself and for his team. So important that Hashim gains confidence in this series and leads from the front with the bat. There will be a few nerves, no doubt.
We've got 5 in the slips, Gordon. A short leg and a catcher short at mid-on as well. It's a lovely line.
Myself and my captain spoke yesterday about the transition from captaincy into having to bat. He didn't have too much time to think about it now that Stean van Zyl had a bad leave. There's a good leave and a bad leave, and this was a bad leave. Nothing worse than when you hear that sound rattling behind you. I think for Hashim now it's important that he's just focuses on his batting, puts the captaincy to one side and concentrates on scoring runs for South Africa.
They're up, and the finger goes up as well. It's Broad, and Amla walks off. Big wicket.
Well, he's been threatening. Stuart Broad has been, the length has been good. The batsman's not committing forward, he's not got committed back. Caught halfway, holds up. I see nothing wrong with that end of the business. All down the other end. Watch this. And it just holds up, doesn't it? So fantastic delivery, gets the outside edge, and that is good bowling. So South Africa's captain, and that has to go back for 7. It's 14 for 2.
Really good player, AB de Villiers walks out to the middle with his side under pressure. Brilliant record that he has, and he's got to pull out one of those magnificent innings that he's played before.
England will be delighted to have him at the crease after just 6.5 overs. New ball, Broad with his tail up. England with their tails up.
Broad now has the second most wickets this calendar year. 53. Ravichandran Ashwin, who tormented South Africa just recently, is 62. Many England supporters around, and the claps, the hand claps going on, because they feel, they know their team is on top here. 4 slips in a gully.
A very attacking field. 4 slips in a gully, yes, but that's not all. The only fielder away from the bat is that fine leg. And here's why. Excellent delivery. Once you continue to hit that seam, with the amount of grass on the surface, you will get the odd ball to do just enough. Quite a few of them have done absolutely nothing. But you have got to be consistent with your line, consistent with your length, and be intense. Don't relax, keep on running in.
Oh, is it short? No, he's got his hand up. Well, they're going to have to go up and check. Are they claiming it? Has the appeal been made? Stokes says out first, and then he's not entirely sure. Then he's walking across to the umpires. It'll be a third umpire job, this perhaps. Bruce Oxenford is the TV man, and he'll be seeing these pictures that we're looking at. Oh. Very difficult, very difficult.
Well, if it's hit the fingertips, you'll soon tell that. The more I look at it, the more I think maybe it is out. I think that might be.
Here we go. Alim Dar is the main man and is asking the question, am I on screen? He is on screen, and it is decided it's not out. So tough, so tough. And as you sit at home, you might look through green tinted glasses for South Africa, or you might look through blue or red, whichever colour you're going with, for England, and you could see it either way.
We see this so often with these cameras, it foreshortens it, and 9 times out of 10 it's probably out. But it never looks right on TV, so until they sort that out with the cameras, it's always going to go to the batsman. And fair enough, consistent.
Finn causing trouble though, holding a lovely length, hitting his length hard and bringing the batsman forward, and has found the edge there of de Villiers, and how high it's on the bat. Look at that, it's the glove, and is quite fortunate it's going downward from there.
It is always very difficult.
Top shot, fantastic use of the feed, and it's all the way for 6. AB de Villiers.
Well, that's livened everybody up. Beautiful shot, taking the game to the spinner. What does Cook do? He either leaves them in, and de Villiers can go again. He's pushed him back mid-on, pushing him back towards the boundary. If he hits it like that, it doesn't matter. Whoosh, the charge of the Light Brigade.
Broad does get the breakthrough. He persists with the line and the length, and he finds the outside edge, and de Villiers is gone.
Oh, it looked like a top delivery, wide of the crease, if my eyes serve me right, and just shaped away from de Villiers and caused him just to push at it. The big wicket of AB de Villiers, starting to look settled. Stuart Broad has stepped up.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a kind of leg cutter, really. He just rolled his fingers down the side of the ball, and it just held up a fraction on the surface. Excellent delivery. Broad really has been outstanding today. 3 for 14 now, and what a wicket that is. One short of a half century. AB de Villiers just looking as though he was starting to get settled and get going. He's gone now, 100 for 3. Traditionally, English bowlers have struggled a little bit when conditions have gone flat and they've been asked to be a bit more inventive, but Braun and Anderson have learned to do that, and that's just created a little opportunity for England now.
You see wide of the crease there, creating the angle that AB de Villiers thinks the ball's tracking back at him. Good bit of skill, just to get a grip in the surface.
Oh, that's a goodie. That's a real good one. Yeah, and he enjoyed it as well, didn't he? It's almost as if he acknowledges how hard he's worked on that delivery, and to get someone out of the caliber of AB de Villiers.
He has bowled well. I watched just now. He bowled and made an over and around, switched every delivery, and still hits his mark. So he looks in good form, good rhythm.
really why I made the point when we first came on about straight away after tee, you know, you'd think as a captain, what is my main man here? I take your point about waiting for the reverse swing, perhaps, but he's hit a lovely rhythm today. He is very much a rhythm bowler, and a bowler that when he's in this kind of groove can make things happen.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, tactically, captaincy-wise, I agree that it was a surprise, but the only thing that you can come up with is that he is a good reverse swing bowler, and maybe Cook thought that they would get there faster. You see the England team forming an umbrella around du Plessis after that first ball. I'm sure there was one or two, let's say, a bit of banter around.
They've woken up, the tourists. They're on the edge of their seats now. Wonderful over from Stuart Broad, a successful one, 33 gone, 100 for 3. Elgar goes down the ground, nice use of the feet.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I've had the impression that Moeen Ali's been searching for the right pace to bowl, but of course part of that is that De Villiers and Elgar have not really let him settle it, as you rightly say, HD, that they've taken the game to him. They probably recognise that Cook is very keen for Moeen Ali to hold that end up into the wind, and the breeze is perfect for him, and rotate his seamers here. They're determined not to let him settle. Some terrific batting.
Yeah, absolutely. They've transferred the pressure extremely well. But since they've done that, Moeen Ali's got very straight to both of them. I just think there is a little bit of rough outside the left-handers off Strum.
50 for Dean Elgar. Dean Elgar played beautifully for his half-century.
Naturally a bit nervous up front after a tough tour to India, but as he settled down, transferred the pressure beautifully.
It might well be bowled, you know. It might well be bowled. Yep. We'll hang about to have a look. But it beat Faf du Plessis, who used his feet. There was spin. It beat Johnny Bairstow as well. And it looked like it might have been a stumping chance miss, but now looks very much like he's been bowled.
Yes, I think that ball hit the top of the bail and then it eventually fell. And that's perhaps what took it out of Johnny Bairstow's grasp.
Just a little clip on the bail. And it's just one of the bails that comes off. Here's another look from square on. Yep, and there it goes. Du Plessis gone.
Well, it's an extraordinary shot out of the blue by Faf du Plessis. He was on 18 of 2 or 2 of 18 deliveries, and suddenly, like he did in India, just a mad rush of blood running down the wicket. So not the best shot selection. Gone for 2, 113 for 4.
Temba Bavuma walks out to the middle. Last time he batted for South Africa was right at the top of the order. He's in his 6th test match. Best score of 54. Played really well for that 54 in Bangladesh at Chittagong. The ball spinning a long way and others around him struggling. Nicely worked. Couple on offer. There's Jordan chasing that down. He's quick. Got across there very quickly.
Quick across the ground. And he's brilliant in the slip corner. Obviously not there now.
Big shout. It's a huge shout. Almost pleading then was Stokes.
Think there was bat involved? Looked like a
Stokes
good shot.
is saying it's 2 pads, and Cook is saying from slip that it sounded like there was bat. They're not going to go upstairs.
Stokes was pleading with both people, and I think he was right. It was front pad and then the back leg. There was no bat involved there. He was pleading with the umpire to give it out and then pleading with his captain to send it upstairs. I think both were right, the umpire and the captain.
There's another look. It doesn't get outside the line, that's for sure. And it is 2 pads. And is crouched as well. And that's hitting the stumps. So he gets away with one there.
Sliding down the leg side. Stokes didn't even go up for that. That is the end of the over. Just one from it, the 49th. 131 for 4.
A little bit of swing there, a little bit. Just late on, a little bit of reverse. Just did too much.
Just want to put a couple of things, or certainly one thing, straight regarding Broad to A.B. de Villiers. Oh, he's chopped it on. It's kept a little bit low. That's what might happen in day 3 at a venue like Durban, but that is an outstanding start for England.
Yeah, it's that patch. Broad likes bowling from the Umgeni end because he's bowling into just a little bit of a patch on his length where there might be a touch of uneven bounce. We saw this one just keep a little bit low, and Bavuma looking to play on the back foot, and that lack of bounce just taking the ball onto leg stumps. A perfect start for England.
He tore hard last night, Temba Bavuma, but didn't get away with this morning. Unfortunately, his footwork letting him down there a bit as well. So he's gone for 10, 137 for 5. JP Duminy under pressure as well. Hasn't had a good year in Test cricket. He was injured in India. He missed the first Test match, but couldn't really get out the blocks during the matches that he played there.
Nicely whipped away by JP Duminy.
Oh, that's awesome, mate. Awesome, boy.
So Stuart Broad has switched back to over the wicket when he's bowling to JP Duminy. He's looking for that LBW decision, just swinging the ball back into the left-hander, hoping that JP Duminy will fall over a little bit.
One factor that is always key in Durban with spin. Beautifully bowled. That is an absolute beauty. Superb from Owen Ali. It's a sharp catch as well at first slip. So introduction of spin, and the results come immediately.
Beautifully bowled by Owen Ali. It's a quicker delivery. The length was perfect, and he got just enough turn to get the outside edge. And as Mike Hazeman said, a good sharp catch as well.
Yeah, I was going to say that speed is such an important factor. Get the speeds right when you're bowling spin in Durban, and he certainly did that. So JP Duminy departs for just a couple. It hasn't been a good first half hour for South Africa. 150 for 6 now.
Kyle Abbott has walked out to the middle. In the cipher is bowling, not batting. England have made inroads. A really good start. They'd have been talking about early wickets, how to get them, and it's worked out brilliantly. Got a couple. This is a good one from Moeen Ali. Round the wicket, off the straight, turns, bounces enough, and that's a good catch by Ben Stokes at slip. Really good.
Oh, that's excellent, this.
Oohs, ahs in the crowd.
It's a wonderful start, Moeen. Fantastic, this, Mo. Have a point, I think. That's it! Yeah!
We've reviewed it straight away. Cook, he's around the bat. England instantly went up. Batsman stays his ground. Umpire says no, it's a review.
Watch the action. The ball pitches, turns a touch. Inside edge onto the pad. Off you go. There's no doubt about that. There we can see it. Carl Abbott, he'll be on his way.
Well, he's having a drink out there, Carl Abbott. He's not going to be there for long. Good catch from Taylor.
All seems to happen in slow motion. I wasn't entirely sure why he doesn't give it out in the first place. Rod Tucker.
It's great when you can see it in slow motion. On your way.
Abbott gone for none. It's 156 for 7. Dale Steyn back in the side. He's a best score of 76. What a series that was. There's some comeback in that game as well. That was the beginning for JP Durban. He got 166 at Melbourne. They need all 76 and some.
What is this?
The Bumblebee trying to say NASA had no tattoos then.
Nor Atherton.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, boys. Come on, lads.
There's another look at the wicket.
You've seen Dean Elgar tuck it down the leg side. Will this be his 100?
Steyn will push for him, and yes, that's what it'll be. Elgar, a brilliant 100. He has fought, he has grinded, and he has stood man alone.
He fought hard. Fought very, very hard. Was a bit slow at the very beginning, Dean Elgar, but as he blossomed, he got a lot more confidence. Played some very good shots. Not everything went exactly where he wanted it to go, but in the end, 3 figures.
It's gone a long way up in the air. Didn't get to it. Oh, well done in the end. It's Wokes who completes the catch, and Steyn's got to go.
I bet his heart rate went up. Pretty simple catch, really. Makes it look a little bit more difficult than he was wanting. But England have got that breakthrough before the new ball. Another look at it. Out there, right off the toe of the bat. A lot of effort, but not going anywhere. His reaction tells you he knows I'm in trouble. And about there, Chris Wokes knows he's in trouble, but hangs on, just. So, Steyn goes. He goes to 17. It's 210 for 8.
So it's 8 down now. 8 for 210 means that Dane Pete arrives, just playing his 3rd game. Not expected to get runs. Expected to do the job with the ball with a bit of off spin, which is what Moeen Ali is doing. 4 for 67 now, his return. A couple of overs before that second new ball is due, and Steyn looks to go over the top. Wokes at the last minute, I think, just taking his eyes totally off the ball. And then just, off the peak of the cap. And the chest, on the hands, chest, bobble, and in those mitts in the end. So he was delighted, I think, in the end that it was snaffled. Taken this time behind. So that second new ball has done the business. Got the impression that anything that was going to be in the right area was always going to be a concern for Dane Pete. That's how it's worked out, and he's departing pretty smartly.
Well, it's a beautiful length from Finn. Very full, drawing the batsman into the stroke. It's been a tall bowler's wicket so far. Wickets for Morkel and Broad, and maybe that's why Finn was given the new ball over Wokes. But certainly the decision has paid immediate dividend. A lovely length, isn't it? Really inviting the drive. 214 for 9, and Finn striking for the first time in this innings.
So he goes for 1, does Pete. 214 for 9. So 9 wickets down brings Morne Morkel to the crease. I think we all know that he takes great pride in his batting. He has often done the night watchman job and often is the first one to stick his hand up to play that role. He did say yesterday that Cole Abbott was the one that was padded up, not Morne. But here's a look at the wicket again. Pretty full.
Yeah, a top order batsman would have had no issues with that. He guided it straight down the ground. The kick didn't get any sort of stride. That new ball just nipped through a touch, finds the edge. So easy at times for a fast bowler.
Edged and taken. Joe Root has taken the catch at second slip. Means that Dean Elgar ends up carrying his bat, which is a superb performance. The spotlight on England right now because they have done a superb job to roll South Africa for just over 200.
It's a very smart catch, this, from Joe Root. Morne Morkel played firmly, it went quickly. England players congratulating Dean Elgar, who'll be a bit frustrated that he didn't get any strike there at the end to try and play a few shots, but has played a superb innings and finishes unbeaten, carrying his bat for 118. South Africa rolled out for 214. It's a big lead in the context of the game for England, given the way it's panned out on first innings. England will be absolutely thrilled. When you put a team in, as Hashim Amla did, you've got to make that advantage pay in the first half of the game. But South Africa have leaked a first innings lead, first innings deficit of 89, having been bowled out for 214.
Welcome back to the start of session number 2 on day 3. England have the upper hand, inserted by Hashim Amla, went past the 300 mark, rolled South Africa out for 214, and South Africa are 89 runs behind on a surface that is going to be playing the odd trick, and also some highly skilled bowlers, we've got to remember that, are on show. So we've got plenty of sunshine at the moment, and we expect that to be the case for the rest of the day, so there's still plenty of cricket to go. There's no doubt that English changing will be a little bit less gloomy than the South African one. Alastair Cook missed out on the first dig, averages 41 against South Africa in Test cricket, and his overall average is not far shy of 50, so those numbers, 2800, that's an outstanding stat. Those numbers are very good indeed. So this is going to be fascinating stuff with the best in the world, the number 1 bowler in the world, Dale Steyn. He's going to be charging in. Alex Hales played a little bit of a rash shot in the first innings, looking to drive on the up, so he's trying to find his way at the top. They need a solid stand to England to really build on this lead, which in these sort of conditions, it's got to be said, are considerable. In Botham, Graham Smith alongside me. Good afternoon, boys. Beefy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Sticky here now, hot and sticky in Durban. So crucial, the new ball, Smithy. If you don't use it and make inroads, it gets very tough. There's been no real reverse swing. Tough for the bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's what England did so superbly well yesterday. The intensity with which they bowled with that new ball was great to watch. Broad showed some really good skill. Wokes created chances that were put down and had South Africa under pressure at 20 for 2, and South Africa are going to need the same here today.
And this bloke's got 406 Test wickets. He's leading the pack. Picked up 4 in the first innings. His radar was really good to Alastair Cook when he started on the first dig. Maybe not with that delivery.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Dale goes. Yesterday showed signs of stiffness after not having played for a while. His shoulders looked really stiff. We saw him having issues and his pace was down. I guess as a captain now, it's about, in this moment when you're behind the game, you know, everyone says let's get motivated, but how do you focus the guys? How do you get them focused on what's important now? What do we need to do? What are the lines? What are the intensities to get ourselves back in the game?
I think intensity is the key word, and you've touched on it. When we had Broad and Wokes bowling yesterday at the start of the South African innings, it almost looked like a bit of a different game. They were absolutely outstanding, and that's where South Africa have got to lift themselves to get there. They've got the players to do it.
the major difference for me was the lengths that were bowled by the bowlers, and I think that was very apparent. England much further up.
That's the perfect line.
So Graham, what would you have said to put yourself back in the captain's shoes, which was not that long ago, and in this situation, what do you say to the guys? They've been on a bad run. How do you fire them up without destroying them?
I think everyone expects you to say, come on, wake the hell up, do that sort of stuff. But I think it's so important. Everyone's brains are so scattered at this stage. You know you're under pressure. And as a captain, you just have to line everybody, give them a focus. And what is the right line lengths? What does our intensity need to be? I remember the game where we bowled Australia out of Newlands for 47. And we were way behind the game then, and all we spoke about was we actually picked up something from Shane Watson's spell. He got 5 wickets. He targeted off stump. He hit the right area, and there was a little bit in there on the day, and that's all we discussed. We said we've got to be tight on off stump, bring them coming forward, use our short ball as a variation. Let's be up for this. Let's make sure our intensity's at a level we want it, and all of a sudden we were back in the game. And it doesn't always work out that way, but I think that is the most crucial thing to do, is trying to line everybody.
Oh, that's a lovely delivery. That is terrific stuff from Dale Steyn. That's the end of the first over. A couple of probing balls there, 4 for no loss.
I think the thing about a South African team is that you're always going to get a team that's going to give their best. It's in our nature as people. So just aligning everybody, giving them a goal, giving them a focus is such a key thing. And then I think another key factor for Hashim is the decision making. When and how he uses his spinner. We saw Alistair Cook.
Oh, hang on a sec here. We've had 6 wickets go down this morning, 10 wickets go down yesterday. That gentleman in the striped shirt is nodding off. I can't believe it. There's been plenty of action. It's quite warm here in Durban. Dame Peters to continue. Oh, that's nicely bowled again. Time for a change of voice in the commentary box after this replay of Dame Peters getting a little bit of purchase. Oh, that's not a bad delivery. That's nicely bowled, and up goes that finger. This is going to be one of those DRS situations. In the old days, there might have been more questions asked about it. But Dame Peters started the big celebrations. And are they going to send him upstairs? No, they're not. So straight away, he's on his way. Dane Peters got himself a huge wicket. Lovely flight, little bit of turn, straightening nicely. And that would have gone on to hit those stumps, and Dane Pete knew that. So he got Joe Root at the start of proceedings in the first innings with his very first delivery. That was a huge wicket. And now he's got himself another massive one, that of Captain Cook. He's gone for 7, 13 for 1.
England lead by 102. Nick Compton played pretty well in that first innings. In at number 3, yes, it's a terrific wicket to get Cook. Cheaply twice in the game now. It's a rarity.
Needed an early wicket, South Africa, and they've got one through the off-spinner, Dane Pete. It's that of the captain, Alistair Cook, and so Nick Compton, who had some success in the first innings, makes his way to the middle. Average of 35, a top score of 117.
Oh!
End of the 10th, 13 for 1.
Left-hander Cook, always conscious with the off-spinner around the wicket. He plays outside the ball, it's going straight on, it's going to hit leg stump. It's almost for an off-spinner that he's got it, with DRS especially, that it's almost as if you've got an extra stump.
Shot, lovely shot. That's Hales taking it on.
It can be so dangerous. You'll see this as a very safe shot, hitting with the spin. From way outside off stump, and he's bringing it across to the leg side. Look at the stride.
Far off, Billy.
Full extension of the arms as well.
Oh, now there's some definite inside edge there. It turned quite sharply. There was a bit of bounce as well. It seemed to loop over short leg. A let off for Hales.
It's the aggressiveness of the stroke from Hales that leads Bavuma to be a little bit on his heels and not quite ready for the catch. He's looking to hit this hard through square leg. And there's almost a degree of evasive action first from Bavuma, and then the realization that it's a half chance.
Catch it!
Should be taken and is. Huge disappointment for Alex Hales, who'd done a good bit of hard work, got himself in and got to 26, but then smearing down the ground, has offered a catch to long on. Second wicket goes down. It's good bowling from the off spinner.
You could just sense the game was just stopping, and England needed to make a play ahead of the game and want to carry on the momentum. Just a bit of drift from Dane Pitt that drags Hales slightly wider, which brings mid on into play, and a good running catch from Kyle Abbott.
Hales goes for 26, England now 48 for 2.
Both openers gone then. Root, fine player, an average of just over 54 with 800s and 1650s. The drift, I think, that did for Alex Hales. Pete saw him coming, but he also just got it drifting wide of Alex Hales, and in the end he dragged it, but could only drag it to mid-on, long on. Compton likes to get well over to off stump when he's facing the off spinner.
All about the drift. Yep, certainly wanted to head towards mid-wicket, and eventually he's had to stretch for it. It's a good catch in the end from Kyle Abbott to make up a little bit of ground, and it went fairly quickly to him there at long on.
Catch!
Don't think there was any bat involved. Just off the pad.
Questions, boy? Cool.
Pad only. Nothing there, Pete.
That's a beautiful shot. Lovely connection. That's gone for 6 runs. Gee, that's a terrific blow.
Yeah, very good shot here from Joe Root. Talked about the change of field, and he's decided to cash in on that option. There's no one in front of square. He gets into a strong position and absolutely middles it onto the bank here at Kingsmead. The option for South Africa might be to bring the man across from the offside. They wanted extra cover. There hasn't been many shots played through that area, but that was an absolute beaut of a slog sweep from Joe Courage.
Well, it stirred the crowd. Real tough for Morny Morkel. We talk about the fast bowlers being the workhorses. They're the threat. Ah, shake of the head. Is it going to first slip?
So, I don't think you have a problem as a first slip when your keeper goes, and he you know, Abby had a lot of room there. His hands actually just went too far. Just one of those, I think you think it's going to be further away from you than it actually is, and you're caught sort of not on the outstretched arm, and it's him on the padding of the glove.
Has he got him? Has he got him? Yes, he has. Down the leg side. Finger goes up, and Compton's got to go. Finally for Morkel.
Well, what drama. The despair of Morny Morkel as a chance went begging, and then a drifter down the leg side. 50 wickets against England for Morny Morkel. He's deserved it.
I tell you what, you feel for the big man. He's putting in here for South Africa. Gets a lucky one down the leg side, but boy does he deserve it. He's created chance after chance in this 11 overs that he has bowled so far in this session.
Doesn't cost a lot in the end. Compton, one short of 50 to follow up his first innings. Played well. 119 for 3. James Taylor. Best of 76, got sent in there.
This is a drop first, shoulder of the bat. Hits de Villiers on the wrist, and then a little bit of joy down the leg side.
Oh, relief. And oh, despair there. He got a good nut. Oh, nicely bowled. Really good line. Turned and it bounced as well.
I'd like to see the field in. Still too many one options for Taylor. The in-out field, which catches around the bat, but don't let him get off strike too easily now. The man's on north. There's a bit of spin there.
More importantly, so Darren.
61 gone. 161 for 3.
Yes, he's a mighty fine player now, Durban. What I really like about him is his rhythm at the crease. Two things, the rhythm of his footwork, the way he moves back and forward and into the shot, absolutely beautiful rhythm. And then the tempo of his play. It's the holy grail of batsmanship, really, when you've got a tight defence, but also when you're scoring at a nice lick and putting the pressure on the bowlers. And in the last 12, 18 months, Root has found that beautiful combination, a lovely tempo at the crease.
That's beautifully played. That really is. That's great game awareness.
He's been after that for a while. Nice delicate tickle down the leg side. Is it Dean Elgar that's gone up to the bowler and he's just giving him some advice? It might be, can you bowl it quicker? I think it's difficult for this lad to bowl it quicker.
There's an edge and a catch. Carl Abbott will be delighted with that reward. He really will, and the South Africans, as one, will be happy that one stuck.
It's the one that went the other way. Previous deliveries came back into him. This one went away. And that's much better in the slip chord, and Steven van Zyl hanging on to this one. But a good innings from Joe Root. He played well for his 23 in the first innings, but very well in the second for his 73. So he's had a good game. Gone for 73, 192 for 4.
Well, another aggressive player comes to the crease. Ben Stokes mentioned he was limping this morning, looks fine there.
Early wickets, many wickets South Africa would have hoped for at the start of the day. A shot. Reverse sweep. Beautifully executed.
I was just thinking it's going to be a fascinating battle here between Stokes and Dane Pete. The field's up. What is he going to try? And
year or so. New management, new thought process.
Gone again with that reverse sweep. Admonishes himself. Stokes, as the stroke goes wrong. Pete wins the battle.
yeah, good bowling from Dane Pete. He went for that boundary in the first ball of the over, but he held his nerve. He didn't bowl any loose deliveries after that, and Ben Stokes decided to go and try and execute the same shot again, just off the glove. Pops up as the easy catch for Dean Elgar. So the second wicket goes down for England this morning, 197 for 5, and Ben Stokes, he has to go for 5.
Johnny Bairstow. Oh yes, got that. Good slot sweep for 6.
Got him. Pete gets another. This time it's Taylor. One before the new ball. Surely that's the decision for Hashim Amla now. Got to take it.
No choice now. Not even a debate anymore, HD Ackerman. Good bit of keeping, good bit of bowling. Just dropped on Taylor. His pace has been a bit quicker today, HD. Dropped on Taylor, and HD AB de Villiers does a wonderful job stumping.
Played well again. James Taylor goes for 42. It's 224 for 6. Mo and Ali, average of 26. There was an experiment with him at the top of the order.
He has been a frontline batsman for a lot of his career, but now the frontline spinner for England. And walking in at number 8, a very good one. Best of 108 not out versus Sri Lanka at Henley in 2014. Neatly played. Off the mark with a boundary.
No big score you would think, because you would think that England wouldn't want to be batting for very long. But get a few and get them reasonably quickly.
Lovely shot. Really good from Bairstow.
Take the new ball. I'm absolutely sure the fast bowler would prefer to bowling with a new ball than this whole thing of 82 point something overs.
A big appeal from Morne Morkel. I'm not sure De Villiers has hung on to it. That's the first problem. Or has he?
10 seconds.
10 seconds left for him to make a decision. Yep, they're going to have a little look upstairs. Hashim Amla has decided that they want to look upstairs, that there's a little bit of glove on this, and De Villiers has held on to a cracker down the leg side.
My first instinct was not out from up here. It just looked like the shape of the delivery, almost the reverse swinging delivery just down the leg side.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Good effort though from AB De Villiers. That could easily have gone to the boundary. Brilliant effort.
Too easy. Just lent on it, Bairstow. They'll get 3. Long boundary out there. Doesn't try and hit it for 4, Johnny Bairstow. There's a big gap between backward point and mid-off, so he just leans on it. Transfer of the weight, and it's a firm push through cover. It's a nice stroke.
The drop just a moment ago, leg slip off Bairstow. Swept hard. Powerful player, Bairstow.
Full control on a similar line, but that went all the way over the ropes. As you say, he's out there, he reaches it, smothers the ball.
May have been some glove or top edge. It's gone over the keeper, over leg slip, and that'll run away to the fence as well. So no sense that England are just playing for lunch here, nor should they be in this position with the lead of 360. Push on.
Not going to be easy for the left-handers in the South African lineup later on. Not a rough outside that off stump now.
Off spin of Moeen Ali and Joe Root, rather than a leg spinner or a left armour that can use that rough to threaten. Quicker, Moeen Ali looking for the sweep. Just taking their time to deliberate, and as he did with that first review, Hashim Amla calls it just in time. Looks good, doesn't it? Looks good if you're the off spinner, and if you're South Africa, not so good if you're Moeen Ali. So finally a good review from Hashim Amla. Moeen Ali looking to sweep, and the decision overturned. LBW given, it was straight enough, and the 7th wicket goes down now with the lead at 361.
5-wicket all for Dane Pitt, and a career best as well.
And he deserves it, richly deserves it. Very impressive man. So Moeen Ali goes for 16, 272 for 7.
5 for 133 now, Dane Peat. Excellent figures for him in 31 overs of toil, and he's got a man on a king pair in his sights now, Chris Wokes. Stokes, nothing from de Villiers, nothing from Kyle Abbott.
Dane Feet got himself Pfeiffer. Bairstow's played nicely. 50 runs to him. Dangerous batsman, a runner ball.
Do him a world of good, that, Johnny Bairstow. He's got a real job to do with the gloves when England do eventually bowl, but that's a fine innings. 50 from 50, 7 fours, 1 6.
He's clubbed that. What a shot. That's gone way back. 400 lead now. 404 it is.
Big shot. Dragged from outside off stump into the leg side and a long way back. 404 to the good.
Yeah, and on the other side this morning, as a South African batting unit, you would have said, guys, top 3, we've got to try our best to lay a platform here. If we can get a partnership there somewhere, give our middle order a chance to come in.
Out, super catch. Duminy, short extra cover.
I think it's hit pretty well, this out the middle of that, on the up. Always going away from him, does really well, Dominic. Chris Wokes knocks his way off, he's gone for 23, it's 315 for 8.
A little slow in making his way onto the park, Stuart Broad, which probably tells you a story that he was a little unsure whether he was going to have to go in and have a bat.
There you go. Higher score, 169, then took that nasty blow between the visor and the helmet and squeezing through and knocked him around a bit for a while, that. But he's looking better now than he has done for a while. But you're right, he'll be thinking about the ball, but the new ball when he bowls.
Another one. Given. Broad without scoring. Surely now Alistair Cook will call his troops in.
Well, all the other bowlers have been working so hard at getting wickets. None for many. And then Van Sale comes on and he gets 2 easy wickets. Stuart Broad goes for naught. 3-1, 5 for 9.
Maybe your theory, Mikey, that you mentioned off air was not the worst one. That they didn't take the new ball because they thought England will only walk off the field when bowled out.
Yeah, and again, that's still a negative thought because you're thinking then, okay, let England bat as long as they want because that will mean less time for us to bat. That means you're ruling yourself out of winning the game immediately.
England in a very healthy position.
Yeah, they are in a very healthy position, but they need not have been in this healthy position if you had taken the new ball and bowled England out.
We said it before lunch.
There was a side that needed 21 of 23. That's 4. That's a super shot. And it really is a good shot from Bairstow. He's played well, not only in the first innings but the second innings as well.
Yeah, he's coming off a lot of form. He played exceptionally well in England last summer, in all forms of the game. And I remember a great knock he played at Durham for England to win a one-day international when everyone thought it was gone. He's a player growing in confidence. And I think he got close to averaging 100, I think, last year.
.22 to go for Johnny Bairstow. Maybe that's the idea that Alistair Cook is saying, go on, go and get yourself a test 100.
He could do it this over. Gets that left leg out of the way and boom, away it goes. Big hit.
And they suggested that was the reason they were continuing to bat. Everybody thought no chance.
Hit it well enough, a slip from Duminy and out. Bairstow will fall short, England's innings comes to an end and South Africa will have to make a big decision. Do they chase or do they defend?
Johnny Bairstow sprints off the field. He's got a job to do with the gloves on. Terrific innings. Very unselfish player. Duminy takes the catch. He's gone for 79 from 76 balls. A great effort. England then have a lead of 415, which is means that South Africa have to get 416 to win it or can bat for 150 plus overs.
Welcome back to Kingsmead. A look at where this match is. Very much a case of England trying to attain victory. 416 runs is what South Africa would need to get. That's a whole lot of runs. 303 plays 214, plays 326. In the end, no declaration. There's so much time. Nice shot. 2-4 and driven through the offside for 4.
Yeah, quality shot from Stian van Zyl. It looks like he normally has so much time when he gets himself in to play these kind of shots. Over pitched by Wokes. He wants to get it as full as possible to see if he can extract any swing. And just guards it through the offside. Easy on the eye when he gets going, Stian van Zyl. And he did pretty well at the top of the order after that, but he was definitely a specialist 1, 2 or 3. Dropped short, or did it carry? He stayed down, did Taylor. I think it hit him on the hand before he knew what had occurred. Might even go down as a half chance.
Well, he's good in there, James Taylor. But this came quite quickly to him, just turned away. Van Zyl looking to turn it into the leg side. It hit Taylor's left hand. Very, very tough.
That's a tough shot. Nicely up on the toes and punched through the covers off the back foot for 4. Van Zyl.
Nice.
In the air, and it evades James Taylor. Short leg, went quickly again.
Stian van Zyl gets in, he doesn't mind taking on the short delivery. This time he just almost tried to pat it around the corner. Get him quite high up on the bat. Once again, very close to Taylor.
Nice. Good timing on that. Not going to catch it. It'll go for 4.
Very good from Dean Elgar. Now they were getting a touch too straight. Maybe heading in towards leg stump.
Oh, have some of that. Terrific shot. And South Africa are rocking along, 40 without loss.
Standing up and smacking it through square leg. Plenty time to play the shot.
So they got themselves off and running in South Africa. England ringing the changes. Another bowling change, Ben Stokes.
Yeah, that's why you would think with 2 left-handers at the crease, the off-spinner should come into the attack pretty soon.
And there's 4 more.
Field is up, there are plenty of gaps there, the ball is coming onto the bat.
Half stopped.
Well, it could be one of those situations where the new batsman coming in will find it a little more difficult than we're opening in this innings. Is an advantage. As the ball gets softer, it'll start to spin a bit more. It might become a little bit uneven. That's why the onus now on these two, after getting a start, to try and take it as far as they possibly can.
Oh, bowled in. Ben Stokes, he'll feel better now. Through the defences. It was promising, that partnership. It's ended.
Just through that gap between bat and pad.
Promising, but not enough. 33, 53 for 1.
Hashim Amla's record, 89 test matches, almost 7,000 test runs at an average of 50. It's a wonderful record and a wonderful player.
He's away.
He's very good there as well. Square the wicket on the offside, gets into position quickly. So that'll help Boundary to open his account. Hashim Amla in his favourite area.
That's a terrific shot. Now he gets into position sideways on and he plays this in the air. Feet are off the ground.
Wide of the crease, beautifully played. What a shot that is from Amla. Nice way to sign off that over. 75 for 1.
Back of a length, and he's onto it in an absolute flash. Hit with the real authority in front of square.
Splashed at it, edge, taken, big wicket. Finn has struck, straight back in the attack, and he's done some serious damage.
There we see it bend in, he goes hard at it, feather of an edge. Easy one for Bairstow to take, and the second South African wicket is down.
Gone for 12, Amla, 85 for 2.
So AB de Villiers now arrives at the crease after doing the keeping duties. He's bound to be a little bit weary. 100 overs in the park, both innings. Outstanding numbers, average of 51, best of 278 unfinished against Pakistan at Abu Dhabi. And he has got a serious job now. In the commentary box for the next half hour or so, it's going to be Kepler Wessels, Michael Atherton and HD Ackerman.
Big moment in the test match. De Villiers beaten outside off stump.
Probably feels he has to play. It just holds up. Lovely, lovely delivery. It's suddenly got very humid, actually. You mentioned a dark cloud over the grandstand. It feels really humid and thundery out there. Feels like it should be a good time to bowl.
The lights haven't been switched on yet. I would imagine that at some stage they'd have to get... Oh, there we go. We've got one on. Not the ones we can see.
One of your home grounds, your last home ground, so is it going to rain, HD? I could ask you that question in quite a few places, can't I? Cape Town, Port Elizabeth.
If this wasn't a family show, I'd swear at you.
Leicestershire, don't forget Leicestershire.
Into the 21st, 85 for 2. But this is sort of coming from nowhere. It just came in off the ocean, off the coast, and it's got pretty dark.
It's difficult opening the batting at 9:15 at night, I'll tell you that.
Out, Alga will stand. But I have a sneaky feeling that has raced off the outside edge. It's brilliantly caught at second slip.
A little bit unexpected at second slip and an awkward height, slow delivery, no doubt that is out. Very good catch, they're quite close in there. So had an excellent test match, gone for 40 in this innings, 88 for 3.
14.3, 10.1 was the reading on the first day, so it sounds as though it's got to dive a bit yet before the umpires will go off for bad light, but it's a good time to bowl at the moment. Heavy cloud cover, a bit of drizzle, not an easy time for a new batsman to come in, especially when you're a bit short of form, as Faf du Plessis is. The ball just seemed to pitch in the footmarks to Dean Elgar. It was wide and very full.
He's fought hard, Dean Elgar, in innings 1 and innings 2. That'll be 4.
Played so late by de Villiers.
Watched onto the blade.
Through the offside. And he's probably got enough on this.
It's away.
Shot. Straight down the ground and gone for 4. It's AB de Villiers.
Yeah, this is quality from de Villiers. Stewart trying to force the issue a touch, maybe searching for that Yorker, the in-swinging delivery. But de Villiers equal to the task, presents the bat with a full face. Just punches it down the ground.
Chance! Big chance! Missed! Got Pujara in Mumbai in November 2012.
Michael, what about that call from, I think, Ricky Ponting is leading the call after spending some time with the Ashes in the UK. Oh, it's an edge and it's taken. Extra bounce has done the job. He's tall. Stephen Fenner was a sharp catch taken by Cook in the slips, and it's the end of Faf du Plessis.
Well, it needed a good one to get him. He'd manned the barricades for a while. He looked intent on defence, so you rather suspected that it needed to be a good one to get him, and it was a good one from Finn. It was a good length. It bounced. It left Faf du Plessis a touch and took the edge. England's catching has been sound. It's the bounce here that has done for du Plessis. And Alistair Cook, a good catcher.
They're in close there, the cordon, because of the amount of balls that have fallen short. That's a pouch from the captain. Du Plessis goes for 9. South Africa in trouble. 136 for 4.
So a wicket's fallen and the umpires want to change the ball with about 3 minutes to go, which makes no sense whatsoever to me. But anyway, Dale Steyn has now arrived at the crease to do a night watchman job. That's hit the bat pretty hard.
Yeah, that wasn't dissimilar to the previous ball, actually, was it? Hitting the splice of the bat, and Steyn taking his bottom hand off the bat just to keep the ball down. Finn generating some good heat here late in the day.
Just bounces. He's been quite comfortable in that area for some time, Faf du Plessis, but this one just bounces enough. Catches the outside edge, good catch.
Yeah, he had no time, Cook. It's a really good catch. Short leg slip, it's standard slip. Kept a bit low and straightened, and up goes the finger, and that is a big wicket. It's gone upstairs straight away. AB de Villiers says, let's have a look at that. Here we go. And it is just flipping. That is massive. That is absolutely massive in the context of this test match. That's exactly what England wanted. They want to see the last of AB de Villiers. They've done it now. The England supporters are delighted with that. He will be distraught, of course, as will Russell Domingo. What a blow first up. Wow. 37 he goes for. 136 for 5. Temba Bavuma. Massive job for him now.
Bavuma and JP Duminy under pressure.
I want to get your thought, Bumble, on the JP Duminy situation, batting at 7 and not bowling. So now, after using a night watchman, he's down at 8.
Yeah! He's gone. He's run past it. Wow, what a start this is for England. This is quite sensational for the visitors.
Well, he's gone dancing down the pitch, and Moeen Ali is around the wicket. Underestimated bowler, Moeen Ali, and he beats him on the outside. And Johnny Bairstow will be absolutely thrilled with this one.
Misjudged Temba Bavuma early on in his test career, so experience a problem. He walked past that one. It was a good delivery. It's the one that went on with the arm, didn't turn, so well bowled.
Yeah, Bairstow would have been thinking all night about the miss of A.B. de Villiers. Dislodges those bails, just like his dad would have done.
He's gone for none. 136 for 6.
Okay, so 2 wickets down inside 10 minutes on day 5. Brings JP Durban to the crease. Another tumble from Finn. He does that pretty often. A bit like Morne Morkel.
Yeah, the big tall lads. Just slipping in those footholds. Very grey. They've changed colour completely with the sun beating down. The soil is very, very grey.
It's a perfect line. Superb line from Finn.
This is a terrific delivery. Most top order batsmen would have struggled to make contact. Good line, a good length, steep bounce, exactly the right channel. Steyn missed that one by a long way.
Got him! Knocked over an off stump. It looked like it might have been just a matter of time before something got through Dale Steyn. That was pretty sharp from Finn, and Steyn is finished.
Well, it's a beauty, is this. Knocked his poles over and it's a full pint. Stump out of the ground. 7 down.
Just too good for a tail-ender. Perfectly bowled. Top of off. Dale Steyn did his best, but it's not his job. Beautifully bowled by Stephen Finn. He picks up his 4th wicket in the innings, so doing a fantastic job for England. So disappointment for Dale Steyn and for South Africa as well. He's gone for 2, 138 for 7.
25 minutes into day 5. 3 down. Carl Abbott would have been fairly relaxed, I'm sure, not so long ago, but not anymore.
Nice shot on the pads, trying to spear in on those stumps. Stephen Finn's been really good. 4 for 30 now. Continues with his reputation of being a wicket taker. Nice take. Here it is.
It's just that awkward height, isn't it? Which way do you go? The Aussie way?
Gone. Another one down. Moeen Ali again.
You can have a look here again, working so well from around the wicket is Moeen Ali. Pitch is nice and straight, no doubt about that. Hits him and gets stuck, lodged between the 2 pads. And there you can see the 3 stumps behind. So an easy decision, and in the end, the 3rd wicket for Moeen Ali. And Carl Abbott, he has to make his way to the change room for 2. You see confirmation. Pitch is straight, going on middle and leg. Easy decision. 143 for 8. Carl Abbott goes for 2.
Yeah, and once you get caught on the back foot.
Dane Pete. Looks out to the middle. 136 for 4 has turned quickly to 143 for 8. There's been difficulty for the South African batsmen from both ends. Finn as well as Moeen Ali.
Nice Mo! Quality Mo!
Round the wicket approach, working very well. Pitch in line, turn. Oof. Heard something, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it ended up missing the bat by a fair distance, but there definitely was a noise as it went past. But good bowling from change of angle. He was operating from around the wicket to Doomney in the last over. Changes. And there we just see it go past.
He's definitely missed it, but there was a noise, whatever it was. We had one yesterday, didn't we?
Nice shot. Driven through the covers and gone for 4. It's a nice shot too. Good balance from Duminy as he punches it down the ground for another 4.
It is a key for Germany. If he's hitting mid-on, tends to open the bat face just a touch when the ball's going across him. So if he's getting into position to be able to nudge the ball past mid-on, it's a good sign for him. That takes South Africa's score to 151. Good balance, very good balance. Edged and through the slip cord, and man, at Gully unable to get his hand on it, and another boundary for Duminy.
Yeah, it just went straight down, didn't it, on this occasion?
Forward ever, backward never. Keep going forward.
If you were the captain of this side, after Test 1 you've been obliterated, would you be comfortable making wholesale changes at the beginning, just right at the beginning of a series, or would you not want a knee-jerk reaction?
It's a tough one, but I think there needs to be a change in the keeping position. I think that needs to go away from AB de Villiers. That's there. That is non-debatable for me. And I think at the top of the order for me, they need to find an opening batter that can contribute with Dean Elgar. It's a tough place to bat. Batting in South Africa at the top of the order is not easy. We can't keep putting people there that are makeshift in that position.
Out, he's got one, he's on the board. Wokes a little inside edge. Taylor does the rest at short leg. And they're one away from going one up now, England.
Angled back, inside edge, and Taylor at short leg takes another. Just looped up to him. Snip back a little bit off the seam. Jammed it onto his pad. Taylor does the rest. South Africa 9 down for 155 runs. Dane Pitt gone for naught.
The dismissal of de Villiers for 37, and then it's been the dominoes. Steyn for 2, Bavuma for naught, Abbott for 2, Pete for naught. Duminy unbeaten on 15. He would do well for himself to remain unbeaten. Here's Morné Morkel now, the last man for South Africa. Average of just 11, a top score of 40 achieved against Australia at Sydney in 2009. And it's a big shot, but not a real convincing one. Immediately Moeen Ali says, don't bother going upstairs, not interested. 158 for 9. Time in the middle here for Duminy. 51 balls. Forget the runs column. This is important for him. Lovely shot, beautiful shot of the morning.
Great looking shot, but to be honest, the PhD hasn't got much to beat. What a fantastic shot. Looked so easy.
Another good shot, just a little punch this time. $166 for 9.
Just in the England team, I think we'll see one change. I think Anderson will come in for Wokes. All 6 overs this morning. Doesn't look to have any sort of discomfort.
Anderson for Wokes. That's interesting because before this test match started, the talk I was hearing from the England hierarchy, not associated with the team, but people who around the game, that's 4, was that at the end of this test match, when Anderson is fit, he'll come back in for Finn.
Stroke from Morne Morkel. Runs away to the boundary. Right there, but generally their record there is good. So they'll be looking forward to getting to Newlands.
Now must be out.
It is out. Very full from Broad and dipping into Morne Morkel's pads. Morkel has reviewed. But if there was no inside edge here, it looked straight. Umpire's decision is out, remember, so if that's umpire's call, that's good for England. It's going on to hit halfway up middle. And so the end of this test match is done with Stuart Broad having Morne Morkel LBW for 8. It's a fitting end, really, because Broad was outstanding for England in that first innings and played a significant role in England getting that first innings lead of 89. And once they were in front on first innings, they were always going to have the advantage of bowling last on this wearing pitch. So a thumping victory for England here in Durban, a ground that has always treated them pretty well. But they'll have to go next to a ground where it's a bit of a stronghold for South Africa, Cape Town, and South Africa must look to bounce back quickly there. Thumping win then for England. First test match of this, what is usually a highly competitive series between these two teams, but England have won the first test convincingly by 241 runs, and they lead this 4-match series 1-0.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports.